that real this time around. Immortal Technique, Revolutionary Volume 2. It's on now, motherfucker. Lock and load. This is the point of no return, I can never go back. Life without parole, upstate, shackled and trapped. Living in the hole, looking at the world through a crack. But fuck that, I'd rather shoot it out and get clapped. I've gone too far, there ain't no coming back for me. Auschwitz gas chamber full of Zyklon B. Just like the Spanish exterminating Tainos, raping the black and Indian women, creating Latinos. Motherfuckers made me out of self-righteous hatred. And now you got yourself a virus, stuck in the matrix. A suicide bomber, strapped and ready to blow. Lethal injection, strapped down, ready to go. Don't you understand? They'll never let me live out in peace. Concrete jungle, guerrilla war out in the streets. Nat Turner with the sickle, pitchfork and machete. The end of the world, motherfucker, you not ready. This is the point of no return and nobody can stop it. Malcolm Little when he knelt before Elijah Muhammad, the comet that killed the dinosaurs, changing the earth. They love to criticize, they always say I changed for the worse. Like prescription pills when you misusing them, nigga. The Templar Knights when they took Jerusalem, nigga, and figured out what was buried under Solomon's temple. Al-Aqsa, the name is not coincidental. I know too much, the government is trying to murder me. No coming back like cutting your wrists open vertically. How could the serpent be purposely put in charge of the country? Genetic engineered sickness spread amongst me. My people are so hungry that they attack without reason. Like a fucking dog ripping off the hand that feeds them. Immortal Technique is treason to the Patriot Act. So come and get me, motherfucker, cause I'm not coming back. This is the point from which I can never return. And if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat. Cause if I turn back now, there can never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before. Cause the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore. This is the point of no return, nigga, you better believe this. Mary Magdalene giving birth to the children of Jesus. The evolution of the world, bloody and dramatic. Human beings killing monkeys to conquer the planet. The kingdoms of Africa and Mesopotamia. Machine gun your body with depleted uranium. This is the age of microchips and titanium. The dark side of the moon in contact with aliens. I started out like Australians, criminal minded, broke into hell, tore it down and built the city behind it. Southpaw, murderous methodology, nigga. Remember that I'm just a man, don't follow me, nigga. Cause once you pass the point, you can never go home. You gotta face the possibility of dying alone. So tell me, motherfucker, how could you die for the throne when you don't even got the fucking heart to die for your own? It rains acid, one day the earth will cry from a stone. And you'll be looking at the world living inside of a dome. Computerized humanity living inside of a clone. This is the place where the unknown is living and real. Wormwood, the Planet X and the Seventh Seal. Universal truth is not measured in mass appeal. This is the last time that I kneel and pray to the sky. Cause almost everything that I was ever told was a lie. This is the point from which I can never return. And if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat. Cause if I turn back now, there can never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before. Cause the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore. New age is upon us, and yet the past refuses to rest in its shallow grave. For those who hide behind the false image of the Son of Man shall stand before God. It has begun, the beginning of the end. Yeah. Voice of racism, preaching the gospel is devilish. A fake church called the Prophet Muhammad a terrorist. Forgetting God is not religion, but a spiritual bond. And Jesus is the most quoted prophet in the Quran. They bombed innocent people, trying to murder Saddam. When you gave them those chemical weapons to go to war with Iran. This is the information that they hold back from Peter Jennings. Cause Condoleezza Rice is just a new age Sally Hemings. I break it down with critical language and spiritual anguish. The Judas I hang with, the guilt of betraying Christ, who murdered him, stole his religion, and painted him white. Translated in psychologically tainted philosophy, conservative political right-wing ideology, glued together sloppily the blasphemy of a nation. Got my back to the wall cause I'm facing assassination. Guantanamo Bay, federal incarceration. How could this be? The land of the free, home of the brave, indigenous Holocaust, and the home of the slaves. Corporate America, dancing offbeat to the rhythm. You really think this country never sponsored terrorism? Human rights violations, we continue the saga. El Salvador and the Contras in Nicaragua. And on top of that, you still wanna take me to prison just cause I won't trade humanity for patriotism. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking, causing your perspective to change. They wanna rearrange the whole point of view of the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror. But what's reality? Read about the history of the place that we live in, and stop letting corporate news tell lies to your children. Flow like the blood of Abraham through the Jews and the Arabs, broken apart like a woman's heart, abused in a marriage, the brink of holy war, bottled up like a miscarriage. Embedded correspondence don't tell the source of the tension, and they refuse to even mention European intervention or the massacres in Jenin. The innocent screams, US manufactured missiles and M16s, weapon contracts and corrupted American dreams. Media censorship blocking out the video screens. A continent of oil kingdoms bought for a bargain. Democracy is just a word when the people are starving. The average citizen made to be blind to the reason. A desert full of genocide where the bodies are freezing, and the world doesn't believe that you're fighting for freedom cause you fucked the Middle East and gave birth to a demon. It's open season with the CIA bugging my crib, trapped in the ghetto region like a Palestinian kid, where nobody gives a fuck whether you die or you live. I'm trying to give the truth and I know the price is my life, but when I'm gone they'll sing a song about immortal technique, who beheaded the president and the princes and sheiks. You don't give a fuck about us. I can see through your facade like a fallen angel standing in the presence of God. Bitch niggas scared of the truth when it looks at you hard. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking causing your perspective to change. They wanna rearrange the whole point of view of the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror. But what's reality? Martial law is coming soon to the hood to kill yo while you hanging your flag out your project window. Yeah. The fourth branch of the government, aka the media, seems to now have a retirement plan for ex-military officials, as if their opinion was at all unbiased. A machine shouldn't speak for men, so shut the fuck up, you mindless drone. And you know it's serious when these same media outfits are spending millions of dollars on a PR campaign to try to convince you they're fair and balanced, when they're some of the most ignorant and racist people giving that type of mentality a safe haven. We act like we share in the spoils of war that they do. We die in wars, we don't get the contracts to make money off them afterwards. We don't get weapons contracts, nigga. We don't get cheap labor for our companies, nigga. We are cheap labor, nigga. Turn off the news and read, nigga. Read.
Till 10 to till 10, retweet to retweet. It's 10 past midnight, the 30th of July. And it's an auto technique. The first one was point of no return, and that is the fourth estate. And before it gets past it, we need to play this while it's still a morning in July. I've only got 2 mornings left.
I was walking through the prairie. I heard a battle cry from the mountains overhead. I looked up to the sky, saw an Irish soldier laddie who looked at me right fearlessly and said, "Oh, what did he say? Oh, well, you stand in the van like a true Irish man and go and fight the forces of the crown. Well, you march with all nails through an Irish battle. the shadow of the evening, with our banners flying low to the memory of the dead. We returned unto our homes, but without our soldier laddie. But I never will forget the words he said.
Now, what did he say?
How will you stand in the man like a true Irishman and go and fight the forces of the crown? Will you march with O'Neill through an Irish battlefield? For tonight we're gonna free old Wexford town. Yes, I will stand in the man like a true Irishman and go and fight the forces of the crown. And I will march with O'Neill through an Irish battlefield. For tonight we're gonna free old Wexford town.
In Derry's hills they mourn the sun, a brave young Irish soldier's gone. That flame he carried still burns on. For Gustaf's on forever. Freedom's gun has come at last. Justice for injustice past. Captivity is dying fast. For Gustaf's on forever. O guardian of our hills and dales, Tyrone and Derry love you well. Though tortured in that age-block cell, for Gustaf's on forever. Freedom's gun has come at last. Justice for injustice past. Your tyranny is dying fast. For Gustaf's on forever. The scourge of Ireland's enemies, the SAS and IUC, unconquered still, your spirit's free. For Gustaf's on forever. Freedom's gun has come at last. Justice for injustice past. Your tyranny is dying fast. For Gustaf's on forever. Brave Francis Hughes, we're with as yet. Your murderers we will not forget. They feared you then, they fear you yet. For Gustaf's on forever. Freedom's gun has come at last. Justice for injustice past. Your tyranny is dying fast. For Gustaf's on forever. Gustaf's on forever.
Right, the lines are open. 0141 416 1888, 0141 416 1888. You can talk about absolutely anything. It's a late night phone in for the discerning crackpots across the planet. We'll be phoning Palestine, Israel, the United States and America. God willing. Stay there.
Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children.
The United States government is supporting it, and the American Congress and taxpayer are paying for it.
Without massive U.S. support, none of this can go on.
No other issue is treated in such a biased manner.
Because this is an issue of American foreign policy.
That is probably the reason why this stuff is simply censored out of the press.
Right, and so the latest, I just watched on Press TV, Hamas going in and doing an attack. I think it was on Israeli soldiers there. I was just on Press TV. It makes a change from seeing that than seeing the bombs dropping from afar. Right, tell 10 to tell 10, retweet to retweet. I've just uploaded a tune and I'm just doing it now. Here we go. Right, somebody asked for Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac Shakur. Okay, dokie. And also, who was it there? So that's for a good brother called it right, said Steve. Danger Mouse, he's off to crawl into Babe Station. Right, what is Babe Station? Is there a number for Babe Station? Can we phone it? Are they for the Zionists? Is Babe Station for Zionists? If they're anti-Zionists, we'll get them on the phone. Right, so he's away to Babe Station and we've got Brenda's Got a Baby. So there we go. That's your wife from the huddle board tonight. Brenda's got a baby and someone's away to the Babe Station. Right, bye in a minute. Don't blame me, you know what I mean? Some people have got no taste, you know what I mean? I just get to take the quest. Get the quest. Rebel tunes, Palestinian tunes, Brenda's tunes. Maybe they love you a Brenda, you love you a Brenda. You banging Brenda tonight, right, said Steve?
But Brenda's barely got a brain. A damn shame, the girl can hardly spell her name. That's not our problem, that's up to Brenda's family. Well, let me show you how it affects our whole community. Now, Brenda really never knew her moms, and her dad was a junkie putting death into his arms. It's sad, cause I bet Brenda doesn't even know. Just cause you're in the ghetto doesn't mean you can't grow. But that's a thought, my own revelation. Do whatever it takes to resist the temptation. Brenda got herself a boyfriend. Her boyfriend was a cousin, now let's watch the joy. And she tried to hide her pregnancy from a family who really didn't care to see or give a damn if she went out and had a church of kids. As long as when the check came, they got first dibs. Now Brenda's belly's getting bigger, but no one seems to notice any change in her figure. She's 12 years old and she's having a baby, in love with the molester who's sexing her crazy. And your aunt also thinks that he'll be with her forever, and dreams of a world where the two of them are together. Whatever, he she had the baby solo. She had it on the bathroom floor and didn't know, so she didn't know what to throw away and what to keep. She wrapped the baby up and threw him in a trash heap. I guess she thought she'd get away, wouldn't hear the cries. She didn't realize how much the little baby had her eyes. Now the baby's in the trash heap, bawling. Mama can't help her, but it hurts to hear her calling. Brenda wants to run away. Mama say you're making me lose pay, and social work is here every day. Now Brenda's gotta make her own way. Can't go to a family, they won't let her stay. No money, no babysitter, she couldn't keep a job. She tried to sell crack, but ended up getting robbed. So now what's next? It ain't nothing left to sell. So she sees sex as a way of leaving hell. It's paying the rent, so she really can't complain. Prostitute fan, slang, and Brenda's her name. She's got a baby.
Radio. Your host this evening, Tommy from Glasgow.
Right, thanks Tommy for that. Can I deny that?
What's going on here? What's going on here? Get up in the media fascist. Get up in the trumpet.
Main Control Fascist State, and this is a request from Anglo-Zionist Union. New Israeli good force for Gaza. Oh.
الحق سلاحي وأقاوم أنا فوق جراحي سأقاوم أنا لن أستسلم لن أرضى وعليك بلادي لأساوم الحق سلاحي وأقاوم أنا فوق جراحي سأقاوم أنا لن أستسلم لن أرضى وعليك بلادي لأساوم بيتي هنا أرضي هنا بحر السهل النهر لنا وكيف بوجه النار أسالم سأقاوم الحق سلاحي وأقاوم أنا فوق جراحي سأقاوم أنا لن أستسلم لن أرضى وعليك بلادي لأساوم
والله خلينا جو مقاومة واحنا مع المقاومة وبدنا تعمل نسل المقاومة لآخر واحد لاقى طفل صغير عنده قد
عدوك يا وطن اندحر عليك الكون ما قدر قاوم شعب جنون الريح تحدى الخوف والخطر عدوك يا وطن اندحر عليك الكون ما قدر قاوم شعب جنون الريح تحدى الخوف والخطر يرحلون ونبقى والأرض لنا ستبقى ها نحن اليوم أقوى في كل الملاحم يرحلون ونبقى والأرض لنا ستبقى ها نحن اليوم أقوى في كل الملاحم بيتي هنا أرضي هنا بحر السهل النهر لنا وكيف بوجه النار أسالم سأقاوم الحق سلاحي وأقاوم أنا فوق جراحي سأقاوم أنا لن أستسلم لن أرضى وعليك بلادي لأساوم بيتي هنا أرضي هنا بحر السهل النهر لنا وكيف بوجه النار أسالم
Hello,
Yes, hello.
Shalom.
Can you have a taxi, please?
Huh?
Can I have a taxi?
Yes, in which street?
Bait to Noon.
What?
I'm in Bait to Noon. Send me a taxi for Gaza.
I don't understand what you're saying. What?
I'm in Gaza. Can you send a taxi to Bait to Noon? You fucking bastards. What's the matter? Don't you do taxis for Gaza? Right, we're going to add, let's see, so we've got one there. Add to contacts, add people, can we add another one? Add another number, right, let's see, we paste this one, so we select this one. Boom, right. Add to group, so we've got two. Now let's do this. Do a wee three-way call, see what they're saying.
Gordon.
Castel.
Gordon.
Hello.
Gordon.
Two Zionists, one's called Castell, one's called Gordon.
Castel. Gordon. Castel. Castel. Hello. Gordon.
We're just hanging up, fucking schmucks. Dumb schmucks, pick up. But, I mean, I just phone a wee bit of phone calls talking to people because I'm lonely over in Israel. And they phone people when they want to drop fucking bombs. There's a big difference here, isn't there? I want to make a taxi for Baton in.
Shekin.
Shekin, how you doing, Kekin? Listen, we need a taxi, please.
You need a taxi from where?
From Beit Hanun.
Bet what?
Beit Hanun.
Bet Hillel?
Beit Hanun. Beit Hanun.
I don't know, where are you?
You know, down at the Gaza?
I don't hear where are you.
In Gaza. We're in Gaza Strip. We need a taxi for the Gaza.
Okay, but where are you now?
In Beit Hanun, Gaza. Gaza City.
Okay. You want taxi in Gaza, yes?
Yes, go and wait and return to Tel Aviv.
Okay, but I don't have taxi in Gaza, yes? I'm in Tel Aviv, not in Gaza.
Yes, it's okay. I'll meet you at the border then, right? I'll get a lift by helicopter, the first part. Can you pick me up?
No, try 144.
Who?
Okay, 144. Try 144.
But you see, you've took out the electrical power supply, so now we can't get anything unless we phone by satellite, like I'm doing. But I can't get through my satellite phone on 144, so have you got another number for those cuntashes?
No, I'm sorry, I don't have taxi in okay, bye.
Right, we'll meet you on the way, Ken. Right. Ken get a taxi? I'm getting bored of these taxi people. Right. Dumb schmucks, a lot of them. Right, let me see. Haaretz. I'm looking for a contact number for Haaretz. There we go, Haaretz. Right, I'm going to phone the rabbi. Let's see if we can get a hold of Rabbi Wise from the Knights of Notre Quatre. Notre Quatre. They call them the Knights, why do they call them the Knights? Maybe they are Knights. They're good people. Rabbi Wise, Notre Quatre. Right, I think he was 019, so let me see. Right, we'll take this little Zionist badge to fake. Go for stars and strips. 81901. If you hear in the background, I've got a wee fan on the go in the background. Just making sure it's the right number I'm dialing here. So we've got one, let's see. See, that's not right, I'm not putting that down right, I'm looking at this wrong. So we've got I don't know, here we go. Let's see if we can get old Rabbi.
You have reached this road of advice. Please leave your name.
Straight to voicemail. Maybe he doesn't take calls from withheld numbers. Maybe we should put a number. Let's see, we'll put this number up. Let's see if we get any joy.
You have reached this road of...
Maybe not. Maybe let's see if we can get an expert here. Is there any experts about? Do we have an expert in the house? We'll not keep him too long because his life's going to be probably quite bad.
Hello?
Jonathan in Swansea?
Yes? Is that Tommy in Glasgow?
It would be that, live to the planet. How you doing, you mad crackpot?
I'm doing fine. Just keeping a bit of a low profile at the moment.
Yeah, well, I would hang up now because Mossad are on to me, so who's on to you?
A Nazi's after me, a Nazi from the Oval.
Have you got a phone number?
I haven't got a phone number. I've only got a partial address for him, but...
Pass it to me, mate. I've been on to get full addresses and numbers with partial addresses. What's going on? What Nazi in the Oval's after you? What have you done?
Well, apparently there's this Nazi going around calling everyone who disagrees with him a paedophile. So I sort of poked fun at him, and he accused me of being a pervert and a member of Hope Not Hate, and I apparently go to EDL demos to inform on people to the police and all that mad stuff apparently.
But anyway, keep to the subject. Not that I've got one apart for the Israelis. What's your take on the Israelis, Jonathan? Apart from being dirty Zionist Nazi bastards out being genocidal maniacs, what's your take on them?
Oh, my take on it is that you've got to break this down into different things. I have no problem with Jews. I don't even have a problem with Israelis, but I do have a problem with the Israeli government. I certainly have a problem with Zionism, and I have a problem with Hamas. My sympathies align with the innocent civilians on both sides.
Wait, but hold on. What's your problem with Hamas?
I think that they're part of the same gang. I think Hamas and Netanyahu are working for the same master.
Look, away you go. You're flinging shit at the moon. They were created by Hamas to be... Hamas was created by the Israelis. Sheikh Yassin, they were helped to be put into being by the Israelis to be a counterbalance to Yasser Arafat and provide...
Yeah,
but that's a long time ago, Jonathan. That's a long time ago, and they've well broken their links with them. But then you were just saying there you sympathise with both sides, but one, I mean, surely you can see that one is a complete aggressor.
I sympathise with the civilians, and yes, the Palestinians are disproportionately suffering, vastly disproportionately suffering.
But how can you say the Israelis are all citizens? The Israeli is a military junta where everyone is conscripted as part of military service and is actually a reservist until the time when they're either infirm or too old. So it's a military country where everyone is obliged and forced to serve. No many people get admonished from it, so they all have to either see a bit of action. And the way they go into these illegal wars of aggression every few years, everyone, it seems, is being tainted by blood. So you can't say that the people living in the illegal Zionist entity are ordinary civilians. It's a military state. Everyone is put through. So a completely different scenario, Jonathan.
When I mean ordinary citizens, I mean those not actively on service.
But there's no ordinary citizen in the illegal Zionist entity. It's an expansionist country, and it's an aggressive country, and as such, everyone has to be military trained. It's only a small country backed by the biggest military arsenal, nuclear weaponry, given to it, subsidised by the United States of America. If this was a fight in a boxing match, it's like putting every single top heavyweight in the ring for the last 100 years against fucking me. You know what I mean? Or you, Jonathan? Would we get massacred? It's a massacre upon massacre. There is no fair fight. It's not as if it was a fair fight. So how can you even suggest that it's fucking give sympathy to these cunts, mate? and I'm sorry for using that language, because as far as I'm concerned, each and every
No,
one
well,
there, unless they come out, Jonathan, hold on, unless they come out and distance themselves and say that this is an illegal state and should be fucking, unless they're more to connive Nuru, then they've not got a fucking leg to stand on.
Well, it is an illegal state. It is an illegal state. We both agree on that.
So anybody living there,
land.
Yeah, well, anybody living there is party to that. Everyone there, every death that happens, so they're no ordinary citizens, because they went in there, whatever land, whatever piece of ground that they're sitting on, staying in, whatever house they're in, it used to be somebody else's fucking house. It used to be a Palestinian's. So they can't, whatever it is in Tel Aviv, whatever village, whatever town, or pocket of hamlets, it's stolen fucking land. There's no two ways about it. It's stolen fucking land, and anyone who goes in there and say, I'm an Israeli citizen, then you're a thieving, murdering, fucking Nazi Zionist cunt. End of. What's your point, caller?
I just see, this is why people should be treated as individuals rather than Israelis or Palestinians, Jews, Muslims, or whatever, because ultimately, everything comes down to the individual at the end of the day, and I sympathise for any individual that gets killed by two artificial monolithic entities.
How can you sympathise with an illegal invader, right? And if they come at a cropper because they're in a place where they shouldn't be in the first place, and someone who's so aggrieved, you know, either straps explosives or fires whatever rocket because they're so, I mean, just imagine it, Jonathan. I mean, you can't even imagine it. I mean, well, there was one story I always remember from years ago, and it was an article I read about, you know, getting into the mind of a suicide bomber. Just what makes a suicide bomber? Well, just what made this suicide bomber was a woman paramedic.
Yeah.
A woman paramedic who was called out to a massacre of Palestinians, and she had to pick up the body splattered all over the place of a family member, right, a brother and her father or whatever it was, and within 1 week of that paramedic who was just out there doing her job had seen that, had been called out and picked up the dead remains, had to see that, ended up blowing herself up. And that's what makes a suicide bomber. People right at and I'm
push too far. I agree.
And so you've got a whole society there that's faced that, Jonathan. So it's a completely different scenario.
If I was a Palestinian living in Gaza, I'd strap on a suicide vest and go around killing people. If I was born an Israeli, I'd probably go around killing people. This is why I don't want to take sides with either Hamas
it's a bit of a moral equivalence. Well, you have to, mate. You can't listen. You can't sit in no fucking side here, mate. And an issue like this, mate, it's fucking. You don't sit in no fucking fence and say, "Oh."
I'm not sitting on the fence.
You fucking are here, Jonathan.
I just know.
You get splinters in your arse. I'm away to go and get a pair of tweezers and fucking send them down to Swansea before you get these splinters stuck in your arse for too long.
It's been caught between a rock and a hard place because you're
either only rock and hard
one
place.
Unpleasant party or another unpleasant party. There are no good guys in this. Only innocent victims, whether they're in.
Jonathan. What do you mean there's no good guys in this? There's a bad guy, there's evil bastards, and there's innocents. The innocents are the massacred ones who are getting massacred in Palestine. I mean, Jonathan, they're firing rockets, right? I could go into my kitchen and fucking get 2 lighters or whatever and put them on my gas. Put them on a bit of fucking gas or something. I could set a fucking rocket that could do more damage to the local shop up the top of the street than one of these fucking Hamas rockets doing to Israel. Come on, to fuck, mate. They've killed 2 civilians. The ones that are supposedly being killed. The military that are not being for any of the rockets.
You make a good point here, but this is my point of view. It doesn't matter if 2 civilians get killed or 3,000 civilians get killed. All lives are of equal value.
Hold on. You can't say then it's equal value. If there's 1,000 fucking on one side and 2 on the other, you can't say that's a fucking equal value. That's a fucking massacre. It's not even
No,
a
they're
war.
equal. It's equal value because they are individuals. They are someone's father or brother, sister, whatever. We're all we are all individuals.
Let's try a different. Let's take a different stand. Have you heard of the Talmud?
Yeah, I've heard of the Talmud.
Right. Now, do you know the word that in Hebrew to call non-Jews is called the goyim, the filthy cattle, yeah? The Orthodox Jews will not eat from the plate of anyone else of the goyim, right? We are the filthy cattle. Right? We are literally the filthy cattle. This is a racist religion. Right, going back not just to Zionism, not just to Zionism, not just
unpleasant underbellies.
No, hold on a minute, hold on. I'm talking about something that's going back thousands of years. The covenant of the Jewish tribe that went back to the Palestinian Jews who are there. See, the Palestinians who are there now, they're the original Jews. Because you know why? They all converted to Islam. Those are the original Jews. See, the Phalange Jews, the Ethiopian, they can trace their direct lineage to the Jews back then. See the ones who have took over. See these Russian Jews, these Kazarite Jews, these people.
I've done a lot of
they're not proper. They're not from the house of Shem. They're not even proper Semites. And then they use that when you say, "Oh, stop saying, oh, that's like, don't be anti-Semitic." No, I'm not being anti-Semitic. I've been anti-Zionist.
I never said you were anti-Semitic.
No, I know.
Would
Because
never say that.
nobody can, mate. Because I'm not. Because I believe in all the prophets, or the Jewish prophets. Isa, that's Jesus, Abraham, Moses. And that's why these ISIS or ISIL lot are nothing to do with Islam. They're funded and paid by Mossad because they're going in about all the holy prophets of Christianity, of Judaism and Islam, and destroying all the holy places. So, you know, these people who are going down. Anyway, I'm going down on a tangent here, Jonathan.
Yeah, I know.
But
all
listen,
about
keep hold on. Hold on. Keep to the one thing.
Even Hamas are having trouble with ISIS in Gaza. Apparently, ISIS have infiltrated Gaza and have actually launched an assault on a nuclear power plant and extracted some nuclear material that may be used as a dirty bomb in the West at some point.
I've never heard that one. Right, anyway, going back to the thing that I was saying about the Talmud, right? And going back to what it was, right? So the people of the book who God had a covenant with up to 70 AD, and then the Jewish diaspora was created. And that's why I was trying to speak to this Rabbi Wise, who's part of the Notricatry, and he's able to tell, you know, what happened back then from 70 AD and how the Jewish diaspora was created and was not to return until the Messiah was returned. And that's how this aberration of Zionism is an aberration that was created over 100 years ago. And for the reason
it actually has the Zionist movement actually has its roots in, believe it or not, German nationalism in the early 19th century. It was modelled off of 19th century pan-Germanism. Irony of ironies.
But then, just to keep on the track of the ancient times, right? Yom Kippur, right? The Day of Atonement. This is when, and get this right, and I'm taking this from Noam Chomsky's book, right? A book by Noam Chomsky, where he mentions it as well. And Yom Kippur, it's the time where the Day of Atonement, when they're actually forgiven for all kind of sins, including and up to killing of women and children. And that when the Yom Kippur, the feast of Yom Kippur comes along, then all this stuff and everything that they've done, then these sins are cleansed on their Day of Atonement. And that's up to including children and sodomizing and everything you can think of, everything that's heinous and terrible and wretched, right? So tell me something that is based on that basis, where they look at people as outsiders, as a goyim, and they have the fucking chutzpah to call someone who questions their sick philosophy as being anti-Semitic, when they've not even got a Semitic, they're not even from the house of Shem, and the people that they're massacring are from the house of Shem, are the Semitic people. I stand by the Semitic people. These people are massacring the Semitic people. These are the anti-Semites. These are not the fucking real Jews who were from the Bible, because the real Jews are the Palestinians that are getting fucking massacred now, because they all converted to Islam way back when when Islam took over the region. So, and the diaspora, the ones who were doing all the wickedness, these are the ones who were chased to the four fucking corners, and that's why, because they were chased because of the calumnies and the shit that they pulled and the transgressions that they said of God is this and God is that, and they don't believe in God and we don't do this, so we'll do whatever because we're fucking. So basically they're followers of fucking Satan. So these people, these Zionists, A, they're no proper Jews, B, they're fucking followers of the devil. And do you know whose number I got today? It was fucking Benjamin Netanyahu. Some woman gave me the number when I phoned up the office, and the last four numbers was the 5555. The fucking...
That was also Hitler's membership number.
There you go, I think you said that before. Right, anyway, crack on. Sorry for talking flannel juice and gibberish too much, Jonathan. Can you see that?
I just look at the individual human suffering. I mean, regardless of whose side is someone is on, or
who suffers the most.
Wrong. As far as I'm concerned, people are dying.
Who's suffering the most?
Whether it's from
who's suffering the most,
or from a military invasion, people are dying.
Who's suffering the most?
Grossly offensive.
Who's suffering the most?
The Palestinians.
Right. So there you go.
Yeah. What the point I'm trying to make, though, is, Tommy, each and every individual life is of equal value. Your life and my life, we are of equal value. And it doesn't matter whether 2 people get killed by rockets from Hamas, or 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people get killed by Israel. Ultimately, we are all individuals, and our lives are all of equal value. And therefore, when you kill one, you killed one too many.
Right.
Remember the Jewish proverb, he who saves one saves the whole world entire. He who kills one kills the world entire.
Right, but if you look at the situation, and if you can't see, I know what you're saying now, right? I appreciate what you're saying now. But if you can't see that this is the biggest terrorist illegal state since the Nazi regime, they're using what the Nazis did as an excuse to do the exact same on another people. A people that didn't harm or touch them.
I see it, Tommy. I really do see
and for
it.
the best part of 70 years, and the world looks on, and nothing can be done. They've took out a power plant. They've got no power at all. 1.8 million. They took about 40% of the land away. They're pushing them back into an even smaller area. This is a fucking genocide. This is a Holocaust, mate. And unless people can wake up and distinguish and see what's happening, then it's not going to stop.
Yeah.
You need to distinguish and see what it is, Jonathan.
I do see your point. I really do, and I agree with you on a lot of things. But as far as I see it, Israel is guilty of obscene, horrendous crimes against all human beings.
But you can't say
Hamas.
No, but you can't say Hamas are the same then, because Hamas have never committed the genocide and the Holocaust on the scale that Israel have done. That's a fact. Israel.
I haven't read their original charter.
No, listen. Israel always hits out with the shit. Hamas wants to wipe us off the face of the earth. Israel is wiping off Palestine off the earth. That's a fact. Palestine that existed, that land was a whole body connected to the Muslim Ummah, connected to all the rest of the Islamic peoples and the Muslim peoples in the area, all connected. And then World War I was started 100 years ago yesterday.
Yeah.
And that war for 100 years ago has been a war that has been fought for 100 years, 100 fucking years. And they took the
Long World War.
And they took the first victory of that war was the Sykes-Picot, where France and Britain divided up the stolen lands of the Middle East. And then because Britain...
Well, they hadn't even had the lands at that point. They were already carving up lands they didn't have at that time.
Because that was
That's
their plans.
how arrogant they were.
And because Ireland and India were rebelling, and they knew that they had to find new ways of control, and they called it the Arab facade, neo-colonialism, puppet leaders subservient to our interests, where we control them from afar. We've been doing it for 100 years, and they've done it in the Middle East. And then when the time was right, and you know, there was a letter from Theodor Herzl to Baron de Hirsch stating that they couldn't get the poor Jews to flock in sufficient numbers to this new stolen land that the Balfour Declaration had pointed out from the 20s and the 30s, right? From that period there, this letter was round about 1917, 1918 or whatever it was, 1960, whatever. And basically what they did, right, with their Russian friends or their German friends and the Brits, because it was all a tri-party, it's all the Russians, the Germans and the Brits have always been in it together as a way of kidding on they were fighting against each other, but all the time they're out carving up other lands, and they've been doing that for fucking centuries. Now the Americans are getting in the game. But these bastards, what they did, mate, what they did with the site, sorry, my computer's just playing up here now, mate. With the Sykes-Picot agreement, mate, and what they did with that land, it's been a criminal attack on innocent people for 100 years, mate. 100 years of an all-out attack against a people. And the existence of a people has been threatened. So when Israel says Hamas would wipe us off the face of the map, Israel has wiped almost a people off the face of a map. And the world has sat by, mate, and allowed it to happen. So you can't sit there and say Hamas are the same as Israel. There's no way that there's, and if you give support to Hamas in this country, then you can be made out as a criminal. But then you can go and be part of Friends for Israel, and and nothing can happen to you. And tomorrow I'm going to do a campaign. I'm going to try and get people to do it as well. Is phone their MP, phone Westminster, whatever the fucking place is called. I'm going to be phoning Friends of Israel, Jim Murphy, different people, all part of Friends of Israel, because I think they're probably going on holiday soon. But I'm going to give it one last chance, and I'm going to invite people tomorrow to phone up their MP, phone up and bombard the switchboard, see if we can do a campaign for early doors tomorrow. I'm going to, as soon as I finish this show, I'm going to get to sleep and then get up early, get up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and start hitting the phone lines. Phoning Westminster. Fucking dirty bastards, mate. Try and get if nobody else is doing it, I'll do a campaign myself. Just fucking jam the phone lines of Westminster. Speak to your MP and demand to be heard over the Palestinian issue, especially all these dumb schmuck bastards who man's your fucking heavy
Well, they can't
Zionists.
ignore it anymore, the plight of the Palestinians. They can't ignore it because while the mainstream media has definitely got a narrative that's pro-Israel, on social media it's quite clear that the establishment has lost the argument. People are turning towards the Palestinian cause. The problem is that, as usual in a free society, there are always idiots who make stupid statements about someone's ethnicity or alleged ethnicity, and the media sees on that as an excuse. See, this person said this, and this, therefore they all must be like this, when actually it's just one nutter who's being used as an example of, this person said this and this about Israelis or Jews. Therefore, all people who support the Palestinians and their plight must be like this person.
I hear you, mate.
That's all they've got, the establishment.
So I'm just getting a message in here. Listen, Jonathan, hold on. I'm going to go. I've been trying to get this gentleman called Rabbi Wise. I'm going to try and phone him because there's what time's it now? It's about what time? It'll be 9 o'clock before it gets too late. Now, yeah, because I tried to phone him last night about 2 o'clock and it was a bit too late. So I'm going to try and give him a quick call now. His phone was engaged earlier on when I phoned. But it's good to speak to you again, Jonathan. I'll phone you off air tomorrow or something, yeah?
No problem. And I apologise if I've offended you in any way, Tommy, but if you could, I can appreciate your position and your arguments, and I've heard those arguments before, and I have a lot of sympathy for them. But it's too big for me to comprehend because there's always another angle. So I come to the conclusion now that both sides are as bad as each other. Whether that's accurate or not, I leave up to individual conscience. But I'm more concerned about those who've been killed on both sides.
But if you want to help stop it, then you have to come to a different conclusion. That by having, it's okay having sympathy, but by saying two sides are as bad, mate, then that's why we're in this situation, because two sides aren't as bad, and the more people see that, then the longer we're going to keep this problem. You have to change, and other people have to change that opinion and see the truth for the truth as it is, not for the manufactured truth.
I understand why people become suicide bombers, and if I was in their position, I would do exactly the same thing. And those people who criticise people like David Ward for saying that are either disingenuous or so ignorant of the outside world that you can't take their opinion seriously.
Right, Jonathan, I'll let you go then. I'll speak to you soon, my man.
Okay. Thank you.
You're a fucking Zionist-loving criminal, you.
I'm not a Zionist. I hate Zionism.
Hey, I'll speak to you soon. I'll let you have.
Yeah.
Speak soon.
I'll speak to you again.
Right.
Thank you for calling.
God bless.
Bye.
All right, just half a Zionist then. No, I'm only kidding. Just in case he's listening to it back the next day, he'll be sitting there listening to it back in the cafe. When was I on? See what he says after I hung up. No, Jonathan's a good lad. We'll get him converted soon enough, don't worry about that. Off. Can anybody hear the fan? Is the fan annoying people? Can anybody hear the fan?
Hello.
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 Rabbi Weiss, shalom.
Yes, so who is this?
Yes, how you doing? It's Tommy Gold, Glasgow Radio Online. I spoke to you a few years ago, Rabbi.
Yes, yes.
How you doing today, brother? Okay?
Thank God, thank God.
I don't know. I don't know if you remember me. I remember your call a few years ago, brother. It was one of the most.
I remember speaking to you. Yes.
How's your family? How does this call find you today? Is everything okay? Are you in good health and happiness, or in good health?
Thank God. That's no further. What can I do for you?
I was just to catch a few minutes with yourself, just for a small chat for what my radio stuff, just for a few minutes. But are you free just now, Rabbi, or are you busy just now? Or are you?
I'm walking, so I'll try to talk to you while I got off the plane, and I'll go and see what what can I see? So I'm listening.
Yeah, Rabbi. Yeah, no problem. Well, thank you then. Thank you. Hopefully you've landed safely then, and you're all okay. It was just to get your take. Obviously, the time before we spoke extensively regarding the situation. I just wanted to get a small update as to the way forward for all our human beings to see what we can do to help bring a positive change to a terrible, terrible situation that's happening just now in Palestine, Israel?
Yeah, well, what can I say, Yeah, I mean, God should help us. You need a lot of God should already with his compassion. The situation is, very, very rough. What's there to say?
Yeah, I hear you. Regards to the problem with the Zionist in power just now, Netanyahu, is there an alternative that is part of the Zionist regime that can help, or does it all have to be replaced, Rabbi? I mean, is there any hope with the system that they've got just now? Is there anyone internally part of the Israeli, system there that they can change it within, or how can they change from within there?
Yeah, well, again, what is there to say? I mean, God should help that there should be a change, Very hard, yeah. I mean, like, the situation is very, very, the way it is. I mean, obviously, there's many different lands that are suffering.
And there's been demonstrations all over the UK the last couple of weekends there in London. There was huge demonstrations. Has there been much demonstrations in the United States of America, Rabbi? Has there been much happening in New York? Has there been demonstrations all over the place over there as well?
Yeah. Listen, you know what? I can't hear very well. I'm hard to talk because I am walking. I'm going here. I'm walking here.
No problem, Rabbi.
I still have to continue another time.
Listen, you take care. I'm sorry to bother you at such short notice, but you take care. You can hardly hear me. Rabbi Weiss, nice brother. Right. God bless him. Part of the Notre Cattery. Where do we go with this? That is a problem. That's what's doing my nut in. But how can... Nobody's helping. Nobody's helping. God love them. They're just sitting there getting massacred.
לא הוגדר מספר חוקי להצטרפות. ההידברות אינה יכולה להימשך ברגע זה. נסו שוב מאוחר יותר. שלום.
מוקד פניות לשכת ראש הממשלה, שלום, דברת אסנת.
Oh, shalom. Can I speak to Ben? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I'm phoning to speak to Mr. Netanyahu, please.
Yeah, he's unavailable.
Oh, yeah?
You can write a letter if you want.
Oh, no. I have to speak to him, please. Or Dory Gold. My name's Tommy Gold.
Yes, I understand, but this isn't his office. This is his answering service.
You sorry?
This is an answering service. This is not the office itself. It's 3 a.m. right now in Israel.
Yes, I understand. I'm in Gaza.
Okay.
I'm in Gaza just now.
Okay, I can give you an email address which you can write to.
I'm an envoy. I'm the President of Scotland trapped in Gaza. Do you know that you've got the President of Scotland in Gaza just now? You're committing war crimes and the President of Scotland is sitting in Gaza.
Right now, you reached an answering service for the office. I'm not sitting in the office. This is 3 a.m.
Yes. Well, it's a big difference from me phoning you and saying hi instead of you phoning a poor Palestinian saying get out because we're going to drop a bomb. So, at least I'm saying hi, how you doing, hen, in a nice way. Okay, you know. You fucking bam. You hung up, did you? Oh, big wow. 3 fucking o'clock and I phoned up. It's an answering service. Get me fucking Benny on here. I'm fucking Jerry.
תודה שהתקשרתם. מיד נתפנה
Right. She didn't sound too happy. 3 in the morning. You tap somebody's roof 30 seconds before you drop a fucking megaton bomb on them. Away you go, you fucking dafty. Right. That was one of the numbers that I phoned earlier on today. Fucking wake up, Zionist bastards. Right. Stay there. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, whatever is it? Hold on. Yes, that's not. Okay, Kenny Ken.
Castel?
Yes, taxi, please.
Yes. In which street?
In Schmuckley Street.
What?
In Dumb Schmuckley Street. You dumb schmuckley. We want a taxi, we're in Dumb Schmuck Street. Schmuckville. Schmuck. Right, we're going to go to Gordon here. Gordon in the taxi, Gordon. He could be part of the gay Gordons. We do not know yet, but each to their fucking own, as they say. They can do what they like. I sure ain't got nothing against the gay people of Israel. If they're Zionists, we've got a problem with that. Hey, Gordon, taxi, please.
Huh?
Taxi.
Yeah.
I'm in Tel Aviv now. I'm in Dumb Schmuckley land.
Huh?
I need a taxi. I'm in Dumb Schmuck Street.
No, that's enough.
Dumb Schmuck Street.
What?
I'll get 2 shekels here for you. I'll get 2 shekels to rub together.
Shekem.
Can I have a taxi, please, Shekin?
What?
A taxi, please.
Where?
I'm in Dumb Schmuck Street.
What the street?
Dumb Schmuck.
I don't hear the street.
Dumb Schmuck. You dumb schmuck. You fucking heard that one alright, didn't you? You fucking dumb schmuck. Right, we need some more dumb schmucks, right? Israel, Jerusalem, Al-Quds, Tel Aviv, takeaway. You know, Tel Aviv kebab house. Do you have a kebab house, you reckon? Right, we'll see the best kebabs in Tel Aviv. Right, we'll phone up, we'll see if Ian Durant's kicking about for a square goal. Oh, look at this, the best kebabs in Tel Aviv. I'm into Haaretz. How do we get back to this? Maganda restaurants, top 10 restaurants, kebab. They're not going to be open at this time of night, huh? Right, Jerusalem, taxi, right? Al-Quds, taxi companies. Yeah, that was Tel Aviv. They're pure fucking minging in that Tel Aviv, I tell you. Cheeky dirty bastards up there. Couldn't fucking run a Manoj. Where's this one? Right. There's Baralan. Stay there, Baralan. Right, back tomorrow we're going to be phoning Friends of Israel tomorrow, MPs. Now you need to get a campaign, phone MPs. He's up tomorrow, start phoning MP. What a 60s here. Phone your MP, your Zionist MP.
Maryland.
Yeah, can I have a taxi, please, my man?
Where?
I'm in Dumschmuckley Street.
Where are you?
In Dumschmuckley Street.
I can't understand that. Where?
Dumschmuck Street in Beit Hanun.
I can't understand you. So,
I'm in Beit Hanun.
Bet what?
Beit Hanun.
Bet Hanun?
Yes, in Gaza, yeah. Can you send a taxi? The fuck? You're fucking racist. Beit Hanun? Yes, we're still fucking living here. We want a taxi, cunto. He sees the same number, so he hangs up. Fuck. Hang up. Yeah, I'm going to change this number here. We're going to phone that. Fucking, it's 3 in the morning here. Aye, and fucking what? There's a massacre going on. You're fucking worried to get woken up? You fucking bastards. Fucking dirty.
תודה שהתקשרתם. מיד נתפנה ונשמח לענות לשיחתכם.
מוקד פניות, לשכת ראש הממשלה, שלום, מדברת אסנת.
Well, yes, Shalom. Is Benny there?
What? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm phoning to speak to Benny. Is he available?
No, right now you reach Prime Minister Office answering service. It's 3 a.m. here in Israel.
Yes, it's 3:20 here in Gaza too. We just wanted to know when is it possible to turn the electric back on?
You reached the answering service of the office.
I know, but you've smashed out the electric. You've bombed hospitals. You've bombed schools. Now you've took the electric. What's going down?
If you want them to respond, you need to send them an email. Would you like to write it down?
No. I've ordered a taxi.
I'm sorry.
I've ordered a taxi. I'm going to get a taxi from Beit Hanun and I'm coming to Tel Aviv. Can I get an audience with Mr. Benny Boy? I've come all the way from Scotland in solidarity. Solidarity with the Palestinians. I don't care if it's 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Is Benny going to have an audience with me? It's El Presidente from Scotialand. We're the ones who created the USA. We're mad as a bag of nails.
If you want a response from the Prime Minister office, you'll have to send an email.
I demand to speak to him just now.
Or a fax.
Give me his phone. I want his mobile number.
I'm sorry, but I don't have it.
Why not? Satan has got a number. I demand to have it. Satan Yahoo, is he there?
You reached an answering service for the Prime Minister office.
Are you a robot?
If you want them to respond to you, you can send them an email or a fax. I would love to give you their email address or their fax number.
You would love to. I would love to take it, but I'm not available to take emails. I'm only here to take mobile numbers.
Well, then I'm really sorry, but I don't have his private number.
Why not? You sound a nice person. You're very nice and polite. I'm asking you very nice and polite for the sake of world peace.
Because I don't have it.
How can I contact him then? Can you tell me that without going through email?
Yes, through email or fax.
And the fax?
Yes, would you like the fax number?
And well, no, not really, because I can't write. I don't know how to write. I can only talk. I talk a good game, but I can't write shit. Who else is phoning? Somebody else is phoning. Who's phoning at this time of night?
Well, maybe you should try again, maybe in the morning.
But somebody else is phoning. Can we not do a three-way call or something here? We've got other people phoning. Maybe that's Benny wanting to talk to Tommy. Say, Tommy's here, Benny, talk to him. I mean, Obama couldn't sort anything out. He couldn't sort a piss up in the brewery, so I'm here to get world peace sorted. Just put the electric on and let the siege finish.
They cannot return to you by phone call. They can only return to you in writing. I can take your details. They will return in writing.
Okay, to lift the siege of Gaza, can you turn the electric on and can we go and get some Iron Brew and Tunnocks tea cakes and bring them in, along with other, medical supplies and help for the poor people you're butchered? Is that okay?
So you want to leave me your details so they can...
It's Tommy Gold.
Maybe send you a letter?
No, we want to send aid to the Palestinians. So can we come in the Gaza checkpoint tomorrow? We want to send aid and food and help to the people you're killing. Is that okay?
Right now, you reached an answering service.
Are you a
for the Prime
robot?
Minister's office.
Is this a robot? Am I talking to a robot?
I can take your details and they will send you a reply by email.
I don't want a reply. I want to talk to Benny
I
Boy.
understand that, but I'm sorry, that's all I can do.
People have been killed. Have you no heart, Hen? Okay, listen, I'm sorry to bother you. It's very late as well. What is your name, out of politeness? My name's Tommy. What is your name, sorry?
My name is Osnat.
Sorry?
Osnat.
Osnat?
Would you like me to spell it to you?
Please, yes, I'm a bit thick.
Yes, O-S-N-A-T.
O-S-N-A-T. Okay, I'm sorry, did I wake you up as well? You've got another phone call?
If you don't want to leave your details,
It's
and
Tommy
you don't want
Gold.
them to reply by writing, then I'm sorry, I cannot help you.
My name's Tommy Gold. The only thing I want you to do is stop bombing the Palestinians and send me one of your bombs as well, okay? Why don't you come and kill me? Send your bombs to me. Can you do that? Tommy Gold wants a bomb his way. Okay? Come and liquidize me. Tommy Gold, okay? That's all.
Okay, and you're calling from Scotland, right?
No, I'm the El Presidente of Scotland. I'm in Beit Hanun, Gaza. You miss me, ha ha ha. Come ahead.
Okay, well,
Okay?
thank you.
Pass that on to Benny Boy. There you go. Ha ha ha, you miss me. You can't get me for a wee bobby. Your shooters... I've seen better fucking 13-year-olds at Call of Duty. You fucking bastards. Right, it was a morning in July, we've had that.
There's another one of Children of Boys on sound.
The boys of the old brigade will do it.
Here we come from Belfast town, Derry City, County Down. The County Tulligally are from Bray. You can come along and see boys against the bigotry. But don't you sing boys of the old brigade. 'Cause Fergus has said no, us chins will have to go. These rebel songs no longer can be played. Because we've made ourselves a pact to polish up our rank. So don't you sing boys of the old brigade. You can sing or make your crown against the famine and the crown. The fields of Athenry just face the grave. You can sing Glendaly's tone and you'll never walk alone. But don't you sing boys of the old brigade. Here we go. Hey, has had a say. A loyalist through and through, it has been said. He has made a lot of cash and he hides his foreign sash. And he doesn't know boys of the old brigade. So it's no more Crossbaglen, up the round or Fenian men. Short south of Gary alone must not be played. The broad like river has to go. Take it down and say hello. And don't you sing boys of the old brigade. So children, moms and dads, do not sing where are the lads. with me when history was made. And don't sing of Grandma Cree and how you long to see the boys of the old brigade. Phil says no, these chairs will have to go.
Laws were made for people.
We play this tune for the two brothers on the Huddleboard now. Stevie Boy 1916, Cardano Fenian. Free the people, especially the Palestinian people. You see, I was once told by my brother who lived in Palestine, these people are the biggest shitbags in Israel on the planet. They're sitting there bricking it, shitting it. Psychological warfare. And that's what we're doing here. A wee bit more psychological warfare. These schmucks. Dumb schmuck taxis.
Laws were made for people, and the law can never scorn the right of a man to be free.
We the people, let them have their say. We
they took her man away, not knowing what was his crime. Just what he was guilty of, not one of them could say, but they think of something in time. He says goodbye and remember, we shall overcome. Free the people, let them have their say. Free the people, let them see the light of day. Comforting her children softly crying in the night, she tries very hard to explain. You know your daddy never did a thing that wasn't right, so soon he's bound to be home again. He is a good man, and he shall overcome. Free the people, let them have their say. Free the people, let them see the light of day.
What does it profit him, the right to be born, if he suffers the loss of liberty? Laws were made for people, and the law can never scorn the right of a man to be free. We are the people, and we shall overcome.
We are the people, and we shall overcome. Free the people, let them have their say. Free the people, let them see the light of day. Free the people, let them have their say. Free the people, let them see the light of day. Free the people, let them have their say.
And the stuff I said to that dumb schmuck lassie there, it's the truth. I trade myself in and out to save a Palestinian life. God willing, if I was brave enough. A poor wee baby. This is fucking genocide. This is fucking genocide. This is a Holocaust. If you want to know what it's like, we can't comprehend it here. It's fucking terrible. One of the reasons when I started phoning about 13 years ago after I walked into the mosque was because if you see an oppression, you're supposed to at least think in your head how bad it is and wish it would stop. The next step up is to phone up, not to phone up, sorry, I fucking phoned up Need. The next step is to voice your thoughts to the oppressor as to at least try and say something to stop it, and then if you're able to, then you should use your hands or whatever you can to bring it to an end by physical means, whatever is in your, whatever oppression is there, whatever oppressor is doing, whatever, then you should at least think it. That's the smallest part of resistance, to even just to analyse it in your head and say, no, this is wrong and I detest it. The next one is to actually speak your piece, and that's what I tried to do 13 years ago, phoning radio stations. 3 weeks after I walked into the mosque, 9/11 happened. Islam's public enemy number one. And in the first words of that was recited of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was read in the name of the Lord who created you from a clot of semen. from a clot of dust. And I read a lot, a hell of a lot. Oh, the knowledge just poured in. It was a wonderful time. And then with this knowledge and with this information that was flooding in from all the stuff that was the input, it was like Johnny Five, everything was, just wanted to know and read and divulge, and it was a truly wonderful time. Sad time as well, but well, it wasn't really sad. It was a time of tremendous well-being on my side, and the fact that I just felt a new lease of life, and a new, well, up until 9/11 happened anyway, those first few weeks. Then, as I say, everything that became public enemy number one, Islam became, and from the background of Irish Catholic and seeing the oppression and the way the Brits subjugated the Irish, then I saw all the Muslims, the young peaceful ones, the old ones, the middle-aged ones. These people weren't ready for what was coming on them from the Brits, from the media onslaught against these people. They weren't prepared. They weren't prepared at all for what was going to come to them. Islam, public enemy number one. And the Muslims in this country have suffered to a degree, but not as bad as the Muslims in other countries, where they've been openly targeted, openly massacred, as they are. Yeah, look at this one, something in this, breaking the set.
People to guard all these prisoners, and we hear each month about these contracts that private prison companies make with state governments, where they have to fill up 90% of their prisons with criminals to make a profit.
Oh, I've just seen a whole load of marijuana trees on this. What the hell's that?
Great, we don't have to arrest people for low-level drug charges now.
Well, I think if you look...
Right, sorry about that, I just got that in the background there. Right, so, I say for a few months there, I wasn't exactly feeling sorry, but I was just analysing of where I was going and what my next plans were. And see, I want to, obviously my real name isn't Tommy Gold, and I've struggled with that persona. Do I want to continue doing this? And for many times I thought, well, I can all just get a bike and move on and do other things, just leave it. But then I never came out and said, oh, I'm never going to do it again. So I just went on the basis of, I could just see what happens. But to be honest, most of the time I was like, oh, that's me finished, just move on. Put that to bed, that's part of my life done now. Tommy Gold, phoning up the radio, doing my own radio and phoning up zombies and wind-ups. And to be honest, yeah, when you see the state of the Palestinian situation and the lives that they've got, then the problems that I've got or any use crackpots out there have got now are nothing. Like times 100 the problems we've got, that the Palestinians have got. Their problems are 100 times worse than what we've got, so you know, the fact that I'm sitting here unable to work in multicultural, independent, almost Scotland, that I've had to turn myself into a recluse, not because I want to as well, yeah, because I want to. Because we don't want anybody fucking in my life. I just want to be left alone and not meet anybody or see anybody or talk to anybody. I just want to spend time on my wains. And I've enjoyed doing it. But you bastards just keep pulling me back. in your own sick way, you bastards are fucking my family now. I can't distance myself. I can hide and I can try and put myself away, but I can't hide away forever. You fucking cunts. You's a fucking family now. You care about me more than my aunts and my uncles and some of my other direct family. There's more of yous have asked, how are you, Tommy? You alright? You alright? Hope you're doing alright. Good to hear you back. You must be sick of fucking saying, good to have you back, good to have you back, nice to have you back. If we made more comebacks than fucking Muhammad Ali. So, yes, you bastards of my family. Sorry for calling you that, you bunch of cunts. You dumb schmuck bastards. What the fuck are you doing fucking listening to a clown like me? Away and fucking fling shite at him in. So yeah, I've wrestled, and what I should do next. Yeah, that's what I've been wrestled with. What I should do next. I'm naturally lazy. I'm naturally laid back. And I don't feel that I have to achieve anything in this capitalist system. I don't have to go out and earn money and be rich. Don't need that. Don't want that. I don't need any of the capitalist material goods. Don't need it. Don't want it. Been there, bought the t-shirt, seen it all. Doesn't interest me. Especially knowing that the suffering and the oppression that people have to go through to get these things mined from the earth to bring to there to, you know, it's just all bullshit. So I'm blessed that I can see through all this shit from whatever I've done or took in the past, from my drug taking, and I'm able to see through the bullshit that the elites have put there, and many of you good people are on that same path. However you've got there, we're all here together. We can see through the bullshit, the massacre. But, you know, and so I was thinking, you know, what's it all about, sitting here phoning up stripper places or whatever I was doing, you know, for a few months, and ever since that Sandaza call I've been like, well, my life situation is going on around and ended up where I've ended up, and no job and no future. It's not a future, no, it's not, I shouldn't say that, a future. I've got a future, but everybody's got a future anyway. That is until we're visited by the angel of death, who visits us 5 times a day. And one day he's going to be right, and we're all going to be wrong, and we're taken away. And that's it over. And in one way, I'm deeply envious of the Palestinians. The fact that, well, not envious, that's a wrong word to use, but in a way, yeah, I don't know how other way to describe it, but at least they know. I remember my friend, when he lived there for a while, and the people over there says, what are you doing? Why have you came here? Why have you came to Jenin? He went there after 2002 massacre. It was 2003 or 4 when he went out there. Yeah, it was just after 2003, July 2003, August, he went out there. He worked in Jenin, the Arab-American University in Jenin, just after the massacre that happened there. I remember him sending me back pictures. It was after the deaths of Tom Hundle, Rachel Corrie, no long after those poor people died. And he went there, not as a peace activist, but a professor, took his family there, and people would say to him, what are you doing here? Why you bring your family here? Look at these, this is the worst type of oppression. Look at the enemy, look how bad they are. And he says, no, at least. And he turned it around and says, well, look, I've lived in both societies, Britain and Palestine. He says, but at least here, you know where your enemy is. You can point and be specific and say, my enemy is a Zionist and the gun, restricting our access to the checkpoint. My enemy is a F-16, the helicopter, the tanks, or the gunships, whatever, that can blow you into smithereens, instantly like that. There's direct, full-on racism in your face, about to annihilate you. You know where the boundaries are. They're the wall, they're the prison camp, they're the checkpoint. Systems of oppression is clearly defined. And then there's no consumer society. They've got fuck all. But what they've got is time for each other. And they've got family. And they've got each other. And you know what? That's all you fucking need. When you strip it down, we just need to be with each other. And having a bit of food. And if you strip it all back for me in the last 5 months, that's all I've done. Just sat about with my wains, just cooked, played FIFA and played cards, drove them about everywhere. Really no different for the time I was taxing, except I'm here all the time now. And it's fucking wonderful. I wouldn't trade it for the world, unless it was to trade it for sitting under somewhere in Palestine waiting for my turn. Because if you imagine it, this earth is just a sick prison, and it's one sick prison for those poor Palestinians, but at least when they get death, they get the peace that these bastards have been denying them. So yeah, when I see them lying there dead, then I feel happy in a way. The same way that I felt when my nanny passed away, for the pain of Alzheimer's disease was taken away. Yeah, she was dead and I was sad as anything, sadder than I could ever imagine and I'd ever felt at that stage. But relief in a way that she was now at peace. And so every time I see a Palestinian baby, yeah, one half is tears, but the other half knows that they're martyred and they've got eternal peace. And that's the bit I'm envious about. So these Zionist bastards, Benjamin Netanyahu, he's only doing his job. It's not that I forgive him. Never forget. These followers of Satan. I pity their worthless soul, because on their judgment day, there'll be no fucking redemption for these Zionists, Nazi fuck pigs. Sorry for my Tourette's, sorry for a pint of shite. It's 10 to 2. This is Ticky Debut time. This is Captain Bob saying, lively up yourself with a bit of redemption.
From mental slavery, none but ourselves can free our minds. have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song.
I'll sing you a song of a terrible wrong, when the flags they flew at half-mast, and a man lay dead, he'd been riddled with lead. He died on the streets of Belfast, and the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And he didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land. It happened one day when the bold IRA went out to fight for their land. With an old Thompson gun, they the Brits on the run, and returning to home was their plan. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And he didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land. When returning the gun, Billy met British Huns, and when the fight had begun, his position was dire, and his gun would not fire, and he died with his old Thompson gun. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And it didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land. Although he lay dead, he was kicked in the head. By the hair they dragged him around. They still fear him yet, and they'll never forget how brave Billy Reid stood his ground. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And he didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land. If you think he was right, come and join in the fight and help to free Belfast. For the blood that he shed, and although he lay dead, in our minds his memory will last. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And he didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land.
Just going through a Twitter feed here. I'm Father Baker, Gazan Girl, 16 years old. Since I was born, I've survived 3 wars, and I think this is enough. Hashtag Save Gaza. Right, George and Pop coming up for the Cardinal Fenian. That's the second tune I'm playing you tonight, saying that you never asked for the other one. Well, I put Roll of Honor on, so you had that, and then the Free the People was for you, so you've got your request as well. You've got your Roll of Honor in. Right, but before I do that, somebody else has asked for a sweet tune.
A blinding flash of white light lit up the sky over Gaza tonight. People running for cover, not knowing whether they're dead or alive. They came with their tanks and their planes, with ravaging fiery flames, and nothing remains, just a voice rising up in the smoky haze. We will not go down in the night without a fight. You can burn up our mosques and our homes and our schools, but our spirit will never die. We will not go down in Gaza tonight. Women and children alike, murdered and massacred night after night, while the so-called leaders of countries afar debated on who's wrong or right. But their powerless words were in vain, and the bombs fell down like acid rain. But through the tears and the blood and the pain, you could still hear that voice through the smoky haze. We will not go down in the night without a fight. You can burn up our mosques and our homes and our schools, but our spirit will never die. We will not go down in Gaza tonight. Tonight.
If I had a tin-foiled armour-plated score, then I'd be driving down there tonight, I tell you that for nothing. I'd drive down there, I'd be doing Gaza tonight. I wish I could. I wish I could do something. I wish I could do anything. Well, I'm thinking of posting that number for the schmuck over in... Hold on. Benny Satan Yahoo. Office phone number. Person answering. Right. Benny Satan Yahoo office phone number. Where are we? Hold on. Okay, so I want a 0 here. No, that's a no. Hold on. How do we get the 0? My computer's not got a 0. Oh, it is there. Hold on. There we go, just posted his number there. Benny, Satan Yahoo office phone number for anyone wanting to talk to this modern day devil. Right, there's his number out there. That's his office number. Everybody get onto that, start phoning it up. Start phoning that dafty. Out my tree. What's happening out my tree? If you get a tune there, out your tree, you're at your tree, you're talking to me through the huddle board. You're wired to the moon, you crackpot. What are you, fully? Fucking out your tree. Out your tree posting to me. Right. God bless you. God bless you indeed. Yeah, so for a while there, I wasn't feeling sorry for myself. I've been feeling happy in a way. I don't have to deal with racists on a daily basis. My mind's been clear. I've been sanitised. So in a way, it's been a blessing. And then you see the sadness. So any problems that we have got here that we think we've got, I mean, fuck having to live with that there. I mean, I was saying I would go there, but I mean, I couldn't fight anything. I couldn't even fight sleep. I finished a show today, I went and got a wee munch, and then I was feeling tired. I went and had a quadruple espresso, and I fell asleep within 10 minutes. I can't even fight fucking sleep. So I'm not used to anybody, you know what I mean? So I'm saying, oh, big hard man, I'll fucking go out there. I'll go and storm with the Palestinians. Somebody bust a fucking crisp poke, I'd fucking jump 10 fucking floors high and fucking bolt with a rocket. The fucking Israeli dome fucking thing would shoot me down. You say, look at this fucking rocket firing into us, but it's no, it's me fucking fleeing the other way. Oh, don't shoot that. He's gone to fucking Egypt. He's not coming our way. He's gone the fucking other way. Dear God. Can you imagine the fucking... Oh my God. When it's roasting, I went to the Middle East, 40 degrees. Fuck. Yeah, I couldn't last half a minute outside. Jumping from into my mate's big Toyota Land Cruiser for his wee fucking house all paid for the university, you know what I mean? Just jumping from there to that was just fucking sweat buckets. And you couldn't do anything till late at night. So they've not got any heating, they've not got any air conditioning, they've not got anything. All the stuff there comes from the ground. The water comes from the ground, so they need the wells to pump it. And without the electric, they can't pump the water up. So you've got 1.8 million people now without any electricity, without anything to keep anything cool. How are they going to eat? How are they going to drink? It's a terrible thing to say, but they might as well just drop the fucking nuclear bomb in the whole of Gaza now and put them out in their misery. I mean, it's a long, slow fucking death, doing it piecemeal. Just fucking, might as well phone that fucking bitch in Netanyahu, Satan Yahu's office and fucking, just fucking nuke the poor buggers and now you bastards and let's fucking warn them and fucking move on. And my God. I mean, there's a place there, Al-Quds, the now, and it's the Dome of the Rock, the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And even now they put the wrong pictures there to try and confuse people between the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque. And it's the other end of, with the Western Wailing Wall. It's actually in the place where the temple was, the temple that was destroyed by God in 70 AD. And where Al-Aqsa Mosque is, it's where the Muslims first prayed to. They prayed to Al-Quds, Jerusalem. They prayed facing Al-Quds. And there's a miraculous night journey that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, where he was taken on a winged animal, and Barak, I can't, whatever the Barak, the winged animal, which wingspan stretched to the horizon, flew him in literally seconds from Mecca past Medina to the oasis by the sea, Do you know they only get rain there a couple of times? It's the most blessed land. All the holy prophets of the main monotheistic religions have walked the earth around that area. It's the most blessed land in the holy. It's called the Holy Land for a reason. Am I massacring these people? The ground is so fertile. It rains twice a year, and the land is so fertile and blessed. Right, I'm rabbiting on. What's this? Hold on, 3 notifications. Right, I'm rabbiting on here. I could talk for... Well, there's not stopping to the murder as many Palestinians, Jews were killed by Hitler. Down with Israel. Well, Israel not stop until the murder as many Palestinians as Jews were killed by Hitler. Oh, well, that's a good thing. Will they not stop? It's getting them to stop. Why won't they stop? When's enough is enough? Right, I'm going to play Georgian pop here for Cardano Finian. And we'll get back on the lines. We've still got another 50 minutes, and we'll phone some psychops, phone back up Israel tomorrow morning. I'll be back up. And yeah, I felt quite good there. I saw something on, was it Twitter? It says the ideal sleeping pattern is 4 hours sleep, 2 hours awake, and 4 hours sleep. And for the last I don't know how many years, I used to finish my taxi and stuff or whatever, got up the road for 4 o'clock usually, have about 4 hours sleep, do the school run, get up, and you can't go back to sleep once you're up for 10-15 minutes and exposed to the sunlight. Then there's, unless you're totally cream crackered, which sometimes I used to be, and fall back to sleep, which I could do, but most times once exposed to the sunlight you would be awake for a wee bit. And the ideal is 4 hours, 2 hours sleep, and then 4 hours. And that's the pattern I get into. I would come back, sit and play a wee game of FIFA or something, or do a wee radio show or something like that. And then after a couple of hours, go for my wee siesta, another 3-4 hours. But now, when I've got nothing to regiment it, especially with the school holidays, off, sleep whenever. I need to get up early tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing a show. I'm going to go to my old dears tomorrow, and I'll be doing a show early doors, God willing. We're going to try and get some of these MP, crackpot calling MP. Right, song for Philistine. Oh, and then another thing as well, about my tree. Roger Waters, that's a tune. Philistine, to call someone a Philistine, I would ask everybody to be careful about using that phrase and not to say that, because it's actually a put down, the Palestinian Philistine, and that is a put down, to say, you're a Philistine, as if you're a Philistine, as if you're a donkey, if you're so stupid, if you're an idiot, you're a Philistine, or you're a heathen. You might not think that way, but it's obviously the same thing I was saying the other night with a whore. I apologise for calling someone a whore. That woman who was doing the telephone, yeah. Because the inhabitants of heaven, a derivative of that word whore is chorea. Anyway, sorry, the females of heaven are called Harias or Hiriya, something like that anyway, so I apologise for not being able to say it properly. And, well, the bastards who come up with that phrase, whore, they've obviously took it from that. So to call someone a whore is actually a derogatory term, and that's what the non-believers have made a name for, and they've took the derivative for the name of females from heaven, Horea, or something like that, I'm sure it's a proper way. Hore, I've seen it, is it H-O, anyway. I might be saying it the wrong way, no clearly, but I'm trying to give you some evidence here of how, even to the Palestinians, to call them, a Philistine, look at the language that we're using, Philistine, what does that mean? call someone a Philistine, you know, they're backwards or whatever. Philistine, if you're a Philistine, you're a Palestinian. Doesn't mean you're stupid, doesn't mean you're backwards. It means you're about to be massacred by the fucking most evil terrorist state on the planet. Right, I'm going to play this tune. We've got another request coming in, right? We've got requests coming in, we get phone calls to do. Think you do time. I might even South African radio, I've not spoke to them for a while. I might give them a phone, get somebody different to talk to. Spread the word to South Africa. Right.
On the slopes of the Cragan, one morning in May, our lads left their base with hearts young and gay. Their cause was for freedom, a cause long denied, and the foreign oppressor they went to defy. While patrolling our streets, they met with the foe, and with guns at the ready, our lads had a go. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land, who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Bob, and they'll not stop me and you. For the place, it went silent when the shooting died down. Two young lads, they lay dead on the streets of our town. Another 2 lives lost for the ongoing fight, and in Derry were mourned on that fateful night. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land, who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Bob, and they'll not stop me and you. Now Georgie and Bob, they lie cold as stone. They died fighting for Derry, their own native home. So always remember, and don't ever forget, they died fighting for Ireland, and we owe them a debt. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land, who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our George and Bob, and they'll not stop me and you.
And a little bit of silence there from our good friends in the Noise Abatement Society, as always, stepping in at the breach when I've went AWOL. Right, just doing a bit of downloading, uploading, pushing it all about here, so stay there. Right, wonderful, beautiful tunage there. Right, at least with this computer, once it's up and running, it doesn't, not too bad actually. It doesn't not too bad. Right, here we go. A lot better than other ones have been. I can do the upload in about a few seconds, so any tune can be uploaded within a matter of a couple of minutes usually. There we go. Right, time to get back on the lines in a minute. What's happening? Let's see what's going down here. Who's the messages? Anybody out there? 0141 416 1888. Martin, how you doing? What's your boy? He loves the Tommy rants. You are the new co of the old co, Tommy. The parrot's back. The parrot's got his thing me. The parrot's back. He's on the perch, but we were born in resistance and we die in resistance. And it's up to us to choose how we lead our lives. Are we going to take part in the consumer society? And remember, the word in the Bible for the devil, the great consumer of mankind. And the consumer society, how it eats the whole of mankind apart. Brother against brother. We consume the flesh of our dead brothers in the sweatshops of Indonesia or China or wherever, making the manufactured goods, the created needs and wanted, manufactured by the capitalist leaders. Anybody see that documentary in the BBC there a few weeks ago? The men who made us spend. Fucking brilliant, actually, brilliant. Worth their licence fee for that alone, I would say, for the education, just for that wee thing. But hey, when you think of the shite they've done, don't pay. They're fucking criminal, paedophile, protecting bastards. Once again, my Tourette's comes to the fore. If I played Mairead Farrell, we've got another one lined up here. Right. Song for Palestine, Pink Floyd. That's been requested also. That is all lined up now, it's all good to go, yeah, it's magnificent. Right, so we've still got 40 minutes. Right, I'm chilled out here. So, to finish my wee stuff that I was saying about my personal shit. Sorry for disappearing. And I wasn't grieving, I wasn't sad, I was just going through, I don't know, I wasn't turmoil. It was just analysis, yeah. A short-term analysis of what this is all about. And in the last month, obviously, being the month of Ramadan and being the month of massacre of the poor Palestinians, it puts you into perspective, doesn't it, what we've got here. We're talking and arguing over a stupid football. And it actually means absolutely fuck all, you know. Compared to people being massacred for no reason other than them being Palestinian. It's fucking sad, it's criminal. Right. I'm going to play this and I'm going to go on the phone to Israel.
shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. And we'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. One day. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we'll work hand in hand one day. And we'll break down the prison walls. We will tear down those prison walls. Together we will tear down the prison walls on that day. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we will tear down all those prison walls on that day. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we will tear down all those prison walls on that day. And the truth will set us free. The truth will set us free. Truth will set us all free on that day. And deep in my heart, I do believe that the truth will set us all free on that day. And we shall overcome on that day.
Out my tree. God bless you for choosing that tune. Right, Martin helps you. It's just cool. Paul Kelly, Celtic can start by getting the IDF out of Celtic Park. Indeed, indeed. I've had a premonition for years now that I would die in Palestine. I'd be lucky. I'd be lucky to get to that blessed land. I'd be lucky and honoured to be I stand in solidarity with the Palestinians. That's the bottom line. The most oppressed people on the planet. They've done nothing wrong. They're suffering for the sins for 100 years since yesterday. For 100 years, a war was waged on a people. 100-year war. When Britain went in, they lied to the Arabs. They said they would give them help. They backstabbed them, even at that stage. And then every leader they've put in place, they've backstabbed. Gaddafi, Saddam. It's a fucking holy mess. It's unbelievable, actually. Absolutely fucking unbelievable. I know, it's not even a war, mate. It's not a war at all. It's just a massacre. Onslaught after onslaught after onslaught. Press TV. Yeah, actually, I've got their contact number here. Tehran. Can I get through to Tehran? I wonder if I get free calls to Tehran. Now I got free calls to Tehran. Let's see. We'll soon see. Let's see if we can get through to Tehran. East 2nd Street, Farhang Boulevard, Sadatabad, 19977, Tehran. I want to, like the 5-year anniversary, I've still got these. If anybody wants the wee podcasts that I've done, yeah, I can get them. They're on a page and I can pull them and set them up for download. They're only 15-20 minutes, I think, long. And there are about 9-10 of them, I think I did, maybe even less. And with my good mate Eddie was on it, and it was my first ones that I did, as I say, for 5 years ago. And at the time, my mate was from Palestine, the good brother Tarek, I need to get him on soon. He was saying, yeah, when the Ayatollah Khomeini, when he was in exile, or he was in prison, I think he was in prison, and he was able to get out on thin, wafer-thin paper, basically like cigarette paper, the sermon for that week that was to be read out. Yeah, hold on, I'm going for a run. Right, and the sermon that was to be read out each week, and it would be smuggled out in a wee small bit of paper, and from that, and hold on, let's see if I can get through to Iran. And from that, the revolution of Iran was started from Ayatollah Khomeini. Not enough Skype credit. Oft. Right, we can't phone Iran. That's a shame. I've got Press TV on my Qassam rejects truce with Israel. The video Gaza fighters infiltrate Israel video. Anybody seen that? Right, half an hour to go. Right, I will phone, hold on, I need to get phone numbers. Wait, what was I looking for there? Press TV on my phone, see if I can get the UK one. No, I'll go to that. Right. Well, right, let's get that Zionist spin back on again. World peace must happen tonight. Right, fax number, we'll get a fax number. We'll take this fax number and everybody can fax Benny Netanyahu tomorrow. Tell him Tommy Gold says hi. Analyse and update her.
תודה שהתקשרתם. מיד נתפנה ונשמח לענות לשיחתכם.
מוקד פניית לשכת ראש הממשלה, שלום.
Shalom. How you doing, hen? Everything okay?
Excuse me?
How you doing? Everything okay? It's now 4:30, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, what do you...
Just to say hello. How you doing? Peace out.
What is the reason of your call?
Oh, it was just to see if Benny's available again. Is he still not available?
Who?
Mr. Netanyahu? Netanyahu?
No, he's not available right now. We're in answering service for his office.
Yes.
This is not his phone.
Because
you can write him a letter or a fax, but he's not answering the phone.
You see, it's okay. Because you see, I'm sitting here in Beit-Tanun and we don't have any electric, but I'm using satellite phone and I've got wonderful technology. You know, I'm mad Tommy for Glasgow. Mad as a brush with no head. And that's no lie. Mad as a bag of nails. Mad as a frog in a box full of the eckies, if you know what I mean, hen. But anyway, so Benny's not about. Is Frankie about?
I didn't understand.
If Frankie, or even if Benny's not about, Frankie, no? No. Okay. Well, it's all about the world peace as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I know Israel's all about taking another piece of land, but it should be about real peace. You know, smoke the peace pipe if you have to.
You want to leave your message?
Yeah, no.
Your opinion? Okay, so I need to take a few details. What is your name?
No, it's okay. If you want to give me the fax number and I'll send a fax.
Okay. The fax number?
Yes.
Is 02
02
56
56
05
05
000
000. Can you repeat that, sorry?
02
Yeah.
56
Yeah.
05
Yeah.
000.
Okay. And you don't mind if me or a few friends send some stuff over then, yeah?
I don't know.
You know, we can show you the plans that we have got from the Euphrates to the Nile, full of good Palestinians and Muslims and Christians and Jews, not out for war, but in for the real peace. You know, that's our plans. Peace out, hen. But listen, I'll keep in touch. We'll send a few faxes. I'm sure. Yeah, we'll get a campaign going down.
I'm not aware of that, but you can send your opinions.
No, it wasn't an opinion. I just wanted some dialogue. It's El Presidente. We'll be in touch, yeah? I'll speak soon. It's nice talking to you. It's lovely having this dialogue.
Okay.
Makes me feel part of something. The Jewish state and the Islamic state together as one. Chucky Allah time, you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying, hen?
Sort of.
Sort of. I think we should go out for a meal and talk it over sometime. Next time in Tel Aviv, we'll chew the cud at some point, right? Right. Hala vista.
I only take the calls.
I know, mate. I know. Listen, I know. But you're a lovely person. You take the calls. I treat everybody with niceness, know what I mean? You're a nice lassie. There's a call on you go. You can go and do your job. Don't talk to me. Take care. There you go. Right. She just does her job taking the call. Respect out to the Jewish concubine lassie there. God bless you, hen. Right. You know, we used to be talking to lovely lassies over in the Beverly Hills, Wiltshire. Now we're on talking to Netanyahu's answering service at 4:30 in the morning during fucking an all-out Holocaust. She's just taking the calls. I understand that, hen. I'll just take you out for a dinner date and we'll discuss world peace. It's not a problem. We need to take me to a little halal cafeteria and we'll be alright. None of your kosher pish. Not that it's pish, it's probably quite nice, but I can't handle it myself. I need to go the full bunner. Out my tree, you're out your fucking tree. We shall overcome, brother. We shall overcome. He said I'm out my tree. That is absolute fucking slander, you. I'll have you up in the fucking International Criminal Court for that. They'd put our case up first. Me against out my tree for saying I'm out my tree. Yes, we'll get that fucking read first. Somebody's got to do something. International Criminal Court tomorrow's getting a call. You see that clown there, the fucking refugees? It's a fucking joke. Refugees are there for 60 years. It's an open refugee camp. It's a prison camp. They're refugees. Gaza is a whole fucking refugee camp. And they're just said here, you get into a smaller part. Destroyed the electric. Attack UN. Attack ambulance. Attack schools. Attack hospitals. Hello? They've got a blockade. It's been there for 8 years. It's a long, slow death. If I go to Mr. Netanyahu, say, look, unless you pull out and give them the peace that they deserve, just flatten them, just blow them up now and fucking we'll see you in hell for this. What's the point of drawing it out? If you're going to kill them, just get it over and done with, you evil bastard. I mean, that's the fucking bottom line. Put them out of their misery, you sick fuck. It's fucking atrocious, letting it, I mean, dropping phosphorus gas. Have you seen that? That white shit that just burns and burns and burns. Doesn't it stop burning? It goes out for 10 seconds and relights. Shit. Bombs that explode into little tiny pieces, that the shrapnel cuts people in half. Have you seen pictures of the Waynes on that press TV with all the damage to their bodies? Have you seen the whole of Beit Hanun flattened, crushed to an absolute pulp? Right. Right, hold on, where are we going now? Right, hold on, let's see a map. We get a map, where are we going? Right. Google Maps. Now let's see Google Maps here. Let's have a butcher's at this area here. I mean, the land is so small. It's just a small, small, small country. Everything's so compact. Right, the Gaza Strip. Gaza Strip? I'll get a Gaza Strip. Right, Gaza Strip. Here we go. There we go, look. Beit Hanun is just right on the border, look at that. Beit Laya, Khan Yunis, Rafah. Ashkelon. Look at that. I mean, they've penned them in, right? And that place, Ashkelon, used to be an Arab village. Ashdod, there used to be Palestinians living there, and then they just kicked them into that wee corner, and then they're living all on the rest of that land. How is that right? How is that allowed? How are the Palestinians called terrorists? How is it Hamas are cried as terrorists? How can you be jailed or made criminal because if you're supposed to support Hamas? Hamas has not done anything like this to the people of Israel. It's only these lying war criminal bastards who get away with saying, oh, they're this and they're that. Why are we even believing and listening to these lying bastards? Why is the ordinary public being submitted to, this is the version of truth? No, it's not the version of truth. It's a version of lies from fucking war criminal massacring bastards. That's what people have to know. Nazareth, of course. Nazareth. Right. Nazareth. Bet, what was that? Let me see here. Right. So we're going to be come back tomorrow after a few hours sleep. We'll be on the go. We're doing a live show in the morning-ish. Morning, possibly one in the afternoon, depending when I go for my siesta. But, what's this one here? Dan website, Egged. Prime bus, no, we don't want that. United Nazareth buses. Israel Railways. Taxi cabs, there we go. Where are we? No got anything. Off. No, nothing there. Right, so we're coming back on tomorrow. I'm going to be phoning, God willing, my good friend. And I'm phoning for some advice, yes. I'm phoning my friend Imran Ahmed. I'm phoning to get some advice on how to float some shite. Not to float some penny shares. I want some advice on to float some penny shares. As I say, I've been toying about what to do, you know. The podcast is all well and good, but this new media with the internet, it's evolving apace, and limiting oneself to just voice, it's all well and good, but we need to expand. I need to expand. Glasgow Radio Online has to be Glasgow TV Online. Yes, Glasgow TV Online is the way forward. There's YouTube there, there's videos, the wonderful technology that is there to enable us to put our own version of history out there. The technology that we've now got means it's not the victor that gets to write history and be registered for PDC in the future. It's not the victor's history that will be written and held in prosperity now that the internet is here. Now we can put our stuff out there, put it onto YouTube, put it onto the internet, and it's held out there. And it's held as evidence. Look at that. What's that line called? 1994 Treaty Line. I'm just looking, that's the one that runs all the way down there. And there's Jerusalem, Al-Quds, Hebron, right. Right, Hebron taxi. Yellow pages. There must be a place in America called Hebron, is there? There is. Hold on. Hebron. Hebron. Let me see, hold on. Right, okay, no problem. Oh, we got 15 minutes. Who's all out there? Right, a roll call. Phone the police in Israel. You want to report a murder? Exactly, my man, exactly. Let's do this. We're phoning the police in Jerusalem. My name's Chief Inspector Taggart. No, hold on. I'm Chief Inspector Faggart. Yeah. Yes. Tommy McFaggart Gold. Tommy Gold McFaggart here. Chief Inspector Hector Bambector. What's going down? Also for double. Let's fucking do this.
משטרת ישראל, תחנת עפולה, שלום. למשרד ניהול וסדנה, נא להקיש 2. למשרד הסיור, אבטחה ורישוי, הוצאה לפועל ותנועה תחנתי, 3. למשרד המשמר האזרחי, 4. למשרד החקירות, 5. למשרד המודיעין ובילוש, 6. ללשכת התנועה, תאונות דרכים ובוחנים, 7. ליחידת תחנה ארצית, 8. למשרד יס"מ, חבלה ועמקים, 9. ללשכת מפקד התחנה נא להקיש 1, למרכזייה נא להקיש 0 או להמתין. תודה.
What the fucking France was that? Right. The Russian... I was trying these ones the other night, but I tried this. Mount of Olives, Jerusalem. Right, let's see. But we managed to get a hold of one of them. Right. So what time is it now? It's coming up for 3 o'clock. So it's coming up for 5 o'clock.
המנוי אליו חייגתם.
Right, there's no one here. Let's rattle through them. Where can they be up? They must be up somewhere. Haifa. They're up in Haifa. Yeah, I'm phoning the police, trying to phone the police to report a murder. It's Chief Inspector Tommy Gold McFaggart from the Maryhill Police.
Hello?
Hi, Shalom, how you doing, Ken?
Shalom, man?
Shalom, yeah, what's happening? Do you speak English or Scottish or Irish?
No.
Right, listen, I was to report a murder. I'm Chief Inspector Tommy Gold McFaggart from the Maryhill Police Station. Now, we've been watching on our TV a massacre, a genocide, a Holocaust happening. It was just to report. It's quite close to you.
From Paul.
Sorry?
From where you call?
From Beit Hanun, Gaza.
What?
From Gaza, there's been a murder. 1,200 murders in Gaza. I wondered if you can send an officer down to investigate, please.
Hello.
Yes, hello. You speak Scottish?
מה?
You speak English?
באיזה שפה אתה מדבר?
Sorry, I'm in Beit Hanun. I was wondering if you could send some police down to investigate a mass murder.
אני לא מבין שום מילה ממה שאתה אומר.
No, there's some nut jobs going about, planes, bombs, bombing every fucker. It's a disgrace. Can you get the police to come down and arrest the army people?
אני לא מבין אותך, דבר בעברית, בשפה שאני מבין, אני לא מבין כלום ממה שאתה אומר.
Do you speak English?
באיזה שפה אתה מדבר?
English or Scottish or Irish? Welsh will do. Irish, you speak... Are you Irish? Chucky Allah?
Chucky Allah, אני לא יודע מה זה.
Chucky Allah? Can you say Chucky Allah?
Hello.
Hello, do you speak Irish?
לא.
You speak Scottish?
עברו.
English?
לא.
Hebrew?
כן.
Ken, shalom.
שלום.
Ken. Right, listen, we're in Beit Hanun, and I'm in Beit Hanun, Gaza, and there's been a massacre, and I want you to send some police down, please.
אמרתי עברית.
The mass murder, loads of people dying, murder, death, kill, murder, death, kill. Have you seen Demolition Man? It's Demolition Man times a billion.
עברית, אתה יודע מה זה עברית? עברית.
It's a massacre, it's a Holocaust, a genocide. You know, like Auschwitz, death camp, prison camp, people are dying with phosphorus gas being dropped on them. Send the police. Beit Hanun has been flattened, you schmuck. Fucking dumb schmuck haven't you? I don't think anybody fucking understood one single word there, was it? Communication problem with the Polish. You just can't get any good Polish at this time of night these days. This number's all the fives and all the twos.
משטרת ישראל, אגף החקירות והמודיעין, מרחב איילון, שלום. בשעה זו ניתנים שירותי חוקר תורן בלבד. לפנייה לאחד המחלקים נא להתקשר בימים ראשון עד חמישי, בין השעות 8 בבוקר ועד 4 אחר הצהריים. ליומנאי נא להקיש 2. לחוקר תורן נא להקיש 3.
I can't be bothered with that shit in my ear. I can't be bothered. It's like listening to a fucking... I quite liked that real laugh earlier on for the hangman.
משטרת אשדוד שלום. לשירותכם מצב שיחות.
Yeah, that wee lassie there further on, I think she might actually be an Arab. She might be an Arab. No, they wouldn't have an Arab up next to you. No, she seemed quite nice. I'm only answering the calls. I know that. I'm not holding it against you personally. I don't hold it against anybody personally.
משטרת מטה מרחב לכיש ותחנת אשקלון, שלום ותודה שהתקשרת.
Shalom, Ashkelon. What is going down at Ashkelon? Bet Yam, Central District, Ramla. What time have we got? We're in the countdown for the last 8-9 minutes. Contacts Israeli police. We're going down Ramat, Rala, Net. It's a place called Netanya, a place called Beersheba. Negev sub-district, Beersheba. Oh, these pieces just fell out. The pressure's on to get a Zionist copper on the blower. Zionist copper, well, come out.
תחנת נתניה שלום. אם ידועה לך מספר השלוחה, חכש אותה כעת. ליומן בכל
You can never get a Zionist copper to report a Holocaust when you want one. Ruslan, Rizayan, Sadat, right, Tel Aviv, that's it. What the fuck is somebody in Tel Aviv? Beersheba. Fucking hell. There's got to be a fucking Cyndi Lauper in Tel Aviv. Fucking hell's bells. We just want a Cindy.
שלום, הגעתם למשטרת ישראל, מטה מחוז תל אביב ומרחב יפתח. לרשותכם מערכת לניתוב שיחות. למשטרת מרחב יפתח, הקש 1. לאגף התנועה, 2. ליחידת ההוצאה לפועל, הקש 3. למפלגון, הקש 4. ליחידה המרכזית, הקש 6. למטה מחוז תל אביב, הקש 7. ליומן, הקש 9. המעוניינים ביחידת האבדות ומציאות, יש לפנות לתחנות המשטרה הסמוכות למקום המגורים.
כן.
מה נפתח?
Shalom.
שלום, כן.
Ken, what's happening? You speak English?
Yes.
You speak Scottish?
Yes.
I'll teach you then if you can't. Listen, this is Chief Inspector Tommy Gold McFaggart from the Maryhill Police Station. You've probably seen us on the TV before. We're quite famous on STV. Have you heard of us? I know we're almost as famous as Paladin the Lamp and Glenn Michael. But anyway, who am I talking to tonight?
Wait a minute.
שלום, תודה שהתקשרתם. אנא המתינו ותענו בהקדם. מיד נתפנה.
Put a different number on and I'll phone back. We've not got time, we're running out of time here. Come on, Consul Kanta. They'll be doing this to me now. He's a fucking rude boy, isn't he? Yeah, you're a rude boy, fuck off. Yeah, well, we'll change my number then. Yeah, I'll fucking come up with Clyde and a fucking... a Yick-Shack Ravine boat. We have different numbers for making you pick up. Whole fucking host of numbers that are non-existent shite. Go and get your Mossad to track that SIM card in the fucking...
הגעתם למשטרת ישראל, מטה מחוז תל אביב ומרחב יפתח. לרשותכם מערכת לניתוב שיחות. למשטרת מרחב יפתח, הקש 1. לאגף התנועה, הקש 2. ליחידת ההוצאה לפועל, הקש 3. למפלג הונאה, הקש 4. ליחידה המרכזית, הקש 6. למטה מחוז תל אביב, הקש 7. ליומן, הקש 9. המעוניינים ביחידת האבדות ומציאות, יש לפנות לתחנות המשטרה הסמוכות למקום המגורים.
Shit, we've not got long to go here. Back in about 5-6 years, by the way. Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken. Come on to fuck Cyndi Lauper, Ken. Come on. Cyndi Lauper.
Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children.
Last one of the night. That's over and out, I think. Good night, God bless. See you in about 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 else. Back about 9, 10 possibly. 7 hours of that. Hail, manana later.
Safi allegare Queens ourselves Partienter lannikum Beifars peser Shantir Shunshir pasta Niakpar Pansiran of Sabarnohel, they come their hell, on was no cell, they come their stray, the labot now be led, Charlotte cannon, around of him. Thanks very much, good night, God bless you.
Back here later. Still tried the police there, no joy. Speak to you later. Hail, hail.